Petra, Jordan, often called the Rose City due to the pink hues of its stone-carved facades, is a wonder of the ancient world that feels almost otherworldly. Today I'm taking you on a journey through this iconic archaeological site, where history, mystery, and a few surprises lie around every corner. And believe me, Petra is not just a single destination, it's an entire world waiting to be uncovered. But stick around, because you'll never guess what happened when I thought I'd found the perfect spot for a peaceful moment. Hey, it's Alex, and today we're exploring Petra, a UNESCO World Heritage site that's as breathtaking as it is humbling. We start at the Seek, a winding, narrow gorge that serves as the grand entrance to the city. It's an easy walk, but every step feels like a journey back in time, flanked by towering walls of sandstone that seem to glow in the morning sun. As the Seek twists and turns, anticipation builds, and suddenly there it is, the Treasury. Al-Khazneh, as it's officially known, stands before me in all its majestic glory, carved straight into a rock. It's one of those rare moments where reality outshines the photos. The intricate carvings, the sheer scale, no wonder it's the face of Petra. But here's the kicker. As awe-inspiring as it is, the Treasury can get ridiculously crowded, especially if you roll in late. Tour groups, Instagrammers, and even the occasional camel photobombing your shot, it's a circus. I'd heard from a guide that early mornings or late afternoons are the golden hours when the light is perfect and the crowds are sparse. So take my advice. Set that alarm clock. Those quiet moments are worth every minute of lost sleep. After soaking up the Treasury, it's time to tackle the Monastery, or Deir. Getting there isn't for the faint of heart. It's 800 steps carved into the rock, and it's a workout that'll make your calves scream. But once you reach the top, it's like being on another planet. The monastery is even larger than the Treasury, and the views stretch out over the vast desert. I find a small ledge and take a seat, thinking it's the perfect spot to catch my breath. But just as I'm settling in, a gust of wind pops up and sand gets everywhere. In my eyes, my hair, and embarrassingly, in my sandwich. It's a gritty reminder that Petra's beauty doesn't come without a little discomfort. As I descend, I head to the Royal Tombs, a series of stunning rock-carved facades that once housed the city's elite. These structures are impressive, but as I explore, I can't help but notice the signs of wear and tear. Weathered stone, graffiti, and bits of litter left behind by careless visitors. It's a sobering sight and a reminder of how fragile these ancient sites really are. I make it a point to stick to marked paths and avoid touching the stone, doing my small part to preserve this incredible piece of history. My next stop is the High Palace of Sacrifice, one of the highest points in Petra. It's a steep climb with no shortage of narrow steps and uneven ground, but the panoramic views from the top are worth every bead of sweat. From up here, Petra stretches out like a sprawling maze of pink and orange stone, framed by the distant desert mountains. It's a scene that feels both timeless and surreal. But just as I'm about to snap a photo, I lose my balance slightly and nearly drop my camera. Heart racing, I managed to save it at the last second. Another close call in the land of ancient wonders. After a morning of exploring, my stomach is growling, so I decide to refuel with some traditional Jordanian cuisine. I stop at a small stall just outside the park, where the smell of freshly baked breads fills the air. I grab a plate of mansaf, Jordan's national dish, tender lamb cooked in a tangy yogurt sauce served over rice. It's rich, flavorful, and exactly what I need after all that climbing. As I dig in, a nearby donkey eyes my meal with more than a little interest. I guard my plate like it's a national treasure, because in Petra, nothing is safe from opportunistic snackers, human or otherwise. Re-energized, I make my way to Little Petra, or seek al-Barid, a smaller and less crowded version of the main site. It's quieter here, with fewer tourists and a more intimate feel. I explore the carved facades and it's like having Petra all to myself. There's even a miniature version of the Sikh, complete with ancient carvings and hidden caves. As I wander, a local guide casually mentions that this area was once a vibrant suburb of the main city, a bustling trade hub where merchants would rest and exchange goods. Suddenly, the quiet walls around me feel alive with whispers of the past, reminding me that Petra was more than just tombs and temples. It was a living, breathing metropolis that thrived on commerce and culture. With the afternoon sun casting long shadows, I decide to explore some of Petra's hidden corners. I make my way to the Street of Facades, where over 40 tombs and houses are carved into the rock face. This area is often overlooked by visitors rushing to the bigger sites, but it's a fascinating glimpse into the everyday life of the Nabataeans. As I wander through the narrow alleyways, I imagine what it must have been like to live here, surrounded by the beauty of the rose-red stone. The silence is almost eerie, broken only by the occasional echo of my footsteps. As the day unfolds, I venture into Petra's quieter spots, including the Petra Museum near the entrance. It's a modern contrast to the ancient city, filled with artifacts that tell the story of Petra's past. From the everyday pottery used by locals to intricate jewelry and tools that highlight the city's rich trade history. One particular exhibit catches my eye, a small but intricately carved stone lion symbolizing protection and power. It's these details that make Petra more than just a collection of rocks. It's a city that once thrived with life, culture, and art. Back in the main site, I take a stop at the Petra Church, a Byzantine-era site known for its beautifully preserved mosaics. The intricate designs depict animals, people, and geometric patterns, each tile telling a story of the past. I spend a few moments admiring the craftsmanship when suddenly a pigeon swoops in and decides to land on the mosaic floor. It struts around like it owns the place, and I can't help but chuckle. It's a small but funny reminder that nature has its own way of reclaiming history. As the day winds down, I make my way back toward the Sikh. But instead of rushing out, I pause at the Colonnaded Street, the ancient heart of Petra's marketplace. I can almost hear the echoes of merchants haggling, camels braying, and the hustle of daily life from centuries ago. It's quieter now, just the wind and a few lingering visitors, but the sense of history is undeniable. Before heading out, I can't resist trying one more local treat, knafe, a sweet pastry made with cheese soaked in syrup and topped with crushed pistachios. The first bite is pure bliss, warm, gooey, and the perfect mix of sweet and savory. It's the kind of dessert that makes you wish you'd ordered two. I savor every bite knowing it's the perfect end to an epic day in one of the world's most extraordinary places. But Petra isn't just about the stunning sights, it's also about timing. Many visitors miss the chance to experience Petra's quieter, more serene moments by arriving during the busiest hours. Trust me, there's something almost magical about walking through the Sikh as the sun is low, the light soft, and the crowd's gone. So, if you ever find yourself here, remember to carve out those early mornings or late afternoons. It's when Petra truly reveals its secrets. If this adventure through Petra has ignited your wanderlust, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more journeys just like this. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and adventure aloud.